Hi everyone, it's KIREI here with my very first layout for 2026. So I would firstly like to say Happy New Year to everyone. And here's hoping that 2026 brings you everything that you wish for. Anyway, I am working with the upcoming February Fox box, and I've pulled out the Our Year title, which I thought was very appropriate, as we have just, finished 2025. So I decided I was going to sort of pull together a selection of photos from across 2025 and create a grid layout effectively. So I have brought out, this is the Rosie Studio Hello It's Me collection, and I've trimmed that piece of white cardstock down to 10 by 10 inches. I'd sort of worked out that that's how my photos would fit. And then I've just backed it with that mottled sort of peely green pattern paper. And then I decided I was going to use this floral. I love it. It's such a pretty floral. And I thought, yep, I'm going to go with this floral. It's got pretty colours in it, and that'll tie in with some of the perspectives I'll add to the layout and photos. But I do make a change, and you'll see that. So yes, so this is essentially where I started. Now, I also was only going to use I thought I'd pick out a couple of photos per month, so about 24 photos, and I thought I'd go with like a 6 by 6 grid, have 24 photos, the Our Year title in the center, and then I'd have some gaps that I could just add some embellishments to. However, when I started picking out photos, I realized that it was really hard and I wanted to add a lot more. So I just went for it. So I have actually used 53 photos. And you can see them all here. They are tiny, actually. And these have been printed on a Canon selfie. So I print all of my photos out, and these are about 1.25 inch square with that white border, and I printed them 8 up on the Canon selfie. So yeah, so I did have a few more, but I wanted to leave a few little gaps here so I could add the embellishments that you can see that I'm doing here, just to break it up slightly. So the snowflake and the little mug at the bottom, they are from a new set that will be coming into the shop. I don't actually know what the name is, I'm afraid. Sorry. So I've just called it Snowflake and Mug Set. But yeah, so it has blue and white snowflakes and it has the mugs in it. And then the other pieces, the camera, the leaf, the butterfly, the little pink house, and the aeroplane, are from my stash. They're from some older sets from the shop. See, there is a camera. I think there's still a camera set available, but not that colour. And there is a butterfly very similar to that in one of the title sets, I think, that you can see in the shop now. And then I've got my Our Year that I'm just mounting sort of centrally. And really, that's my layout sort of done, which is unusual for me because I love to add lots of, embellishment clusters and things like that and get a lot of dimension, but in this one, all my photos are absolutely stuck flat. And I really literally just have those sort of 7 perspectives and then the title. Now I've just added the year 2025. That's just using a Hip Kit Club alpha from my stash, and I was just thinking, is there something else that I can do to create any sort of additional dimension or texture? And I thought, you know what, I'll add a bit of stitching. So I'm just going to stitch around a little bit on each side, just to create a bit of interest. Now, of course, you wouldn't have noticed my frame switched over a little while back, but it did switch over. I just felt that floral frame was way too busy once I got the photos on it. So I peeled it off carefully. I'll be able to use it again. And I backed it with this sort of lighter bluey green floral frame. And it's much, much better. Much happier with it. And then I showed it to my lovely friend, scrappy friend Wendy, and she said it's the perfect layout to put into like a frame actually for a 12 by 12 frame, which is true. So I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, here we go. Here are the close-ups. You can see all of the details, and this one is definitely all about the photos, and that fabulous Our Year title works perfectly to showcase our 2025 year. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.